Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we're going to be playing some 2s and 3s. Going to be queuing up both of them, but that's not really the important thing. I have a bunch of topics I'm going to talk about. I got them up in a list up here so I don't forget. But we're going to be talking about the fake alpha boost that's been going around, bubble players. We're going to talk about bots, cheaters, all this kind of stuff. So if you guys are interested in those, make sure to watch the full video so I can give you guys a little bit of insight just to what has all been happening in the Rocket League community, because it's been kind of crazy. And anyways, I'll see you all in game number 1. Alright, I got kind of scared there for a second because the game froze a little bit. I did just have to reinstall Windows on my PC. That's a whole nother story, but you know, it's fine. Anyways, the first thing I wanted to talk about was the fake alpha. Okay, damn. That was brutal. That was a tough miss. I want to talk about fake alpha boost because, you know, you guys, if you're on Twitter at all, you've probably seen it a bunch of places where people were getting banned for having fake alpha boost. Now, what does that exactly mean? So as you guys know, many people use a program called Mod, and that's not what this ban is talking. That was really nice, but that's not what this ban is talking about. Okay, so the fake alpha boost or trade locked alpha boost is when, you know, there was this one person who would have real alpha boost, and you know, they would trade it away from their account, and it would get, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm all congested today, but it would basically just get traded away from their account. They would hit up Psionics support and they would be like, yo, my alpha boost got scammed, can you guys help me get it back? Basically the premise being that, you know, someone had hacked into their account, stolen their alpha boost, and they wanted to get it back. And Psionics, you know, they're like, okay, yeah, we'll help you out, no big deal. Oh, dude. They were like, yeah, no big deal, we'll help you out. So they would give them back an alpha boost, but it would be trade locked to their Epic account. So what people were doing was, you know, they were doing this scam where they would tell Psionics, hey, you know, we got our alpha boost scammed, can you guys help us? And Psionics would be like, yeah, absolutely. And then they would get that trade locked alpha boost, and then they would sell the Epic Games account. Now, they wouldn't sell it for full alpha boost price, which I think is around $5,000 USD at this point, but they would, you know, sell the Epic account for like $1,000 something. Someone would buy it, okay? They take control of that Epic account, they link it to their Steam account, or they just play on the Epic account, whatever, and, you know, that's how they get the fake alpha boost. So apparently about 20 days ago, maybe a little bit longer now, Psionics actually went around and banned oh, that was, oops. Apparently Psionics went around and just banned all of the people who had any sort of connection to this fake alpha boost. So whether it was players who had, you know, previously had, like, there was one player who his account he had borrowed an alpha boost from a friend, and apparently after he borrowed that alpha boost and gave it back to his friend used it to try and duplicate alpha boost. So because of that, this person who all he did was borrow the alpha boost, his account actually got implicated in the trades and in the scams for the alpha boost. So he ended up getting banned, even though he had no part in it whatsoever. So like he got banned, and then there were a bunch of players, like obviously the people who were actually like duping the alpha boost got banned, and anybody who bought an account with trade locked alpha boost also got banned. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because everybody who was buying, or a lot of the players who were buying this trade locked alpha boost in these accounts, they probably knew that something was a little bit wrong with it, but they didn't really think it was against terms of service. And a lot of these players who were buying these accounts are bubble players. So I say bubble players a lot of people don't really know what it means. Basically, if you take like probably about top 28 to top 16 teams in North America, that would be considered like bubble players. You know, players who are good enough to where they might make a top 16 finish every once in a while, but they're not quite there enough to do it consistently. And, you know, they're not getting paid like full-time salaries. They might still be students, or, I mean, some of them might be playing the game full-time, but they're not really making as much money as the, you know, the people like in NRG, you know, the Furias, the Phases, you know what I mean? So they're still good, and they're still better than, you know, probably I'll ever be, but they're not RLCS like top 5, top 16 consistently. So that's like bubble players. And a bunch of these bubble players were buying this fake alpha boost, whether it was their orgs giving it to them, or they were just buying it with their tournament winnings because they wanted alpha boost, they wanted to, you know, look cool in game or whatever. But yeah, a bunch of them were buying it, and their accounts obviously got banned in this ban wave. So everybody was really, really confused, like, hey, can we play if we unlink our accounts and blah, blah, blah. And then also with that, there were a bunch of people who were teammates with these players who got banned. And they're like, well, you know, if you can unlink your account and you can play, then that's great. But if you play with somebody who's violating the terms of service, right? So if they knew that their friend was banned and they played with them knowing that their friend was banned, then they could also get banned for playing with someone who's breaking Epic's terms of service. So it was a whole confusion thing where there wasn't really a lot of great communication from Psyonix, and they didn't really know what to do. So thankfully, you know, Psyonix just recently ended up putting a statement out where they unbanned all the accounts, and, you know, everything's all well. Bubble players can play in the tournaments again, but it was just like everybody was losing their minds for about a week and a half just because, you know, nobody knew what was going to happen. RLCS trade locks were coming up and all this stuff. So, but that all got sorted out. Nobody is still banned from that except for, I think, the people who were actually, you know, duplicating the alpha boost. They're still banned. Let's see what else we got on the topic today. That was only the first topic, man. I'm gonna have to do a lot of talking in this next game, but I'll see you on game number 2. All right, getting into game number 2. So, you know, what else we got to talk about? We got to talk about the bots problem. So, as some of you may or may not have known, that there is an AI bot named Nexto, and this bot was showcased. I think the big buzz about it was a while ago. It was basically an AI bot that somebody programmed, and they had it play against itself in 1v1s and 2v2 matches at something like, I think it was 100 times speed or maybe 20 times speed, something like that. But basically it played against itself, and it was, you know, AI learning the entire time. And, you know, it played itself in 20 times speed. It played itself like multiple different, you know, instances of the games playing against itself, learning. So basically it was just a huge AI project, and it was very impressive. So the bot got pretty good around GC 1 to 2 level. And for a while, you know, people could just download a program and play against the bot in like a local lobby. But what these people ended up doing is they found a way to figure out how to get that bot to play the game for them, which is kind of funny because, you know, if you think about it, like, people were just getting the bot to play for them because a robot is better at playing Rocket League than they are, which is, it's kind of funny, but it's better than most people because it's Grand Champ 1 to Grand Champ 2 level. So if people wanted to get rewards, they could just have the spot play for them, and it worked, you know. But that got banned, and they're you know, increasing anti-cheat now. So there's other programs as well. There's a program where it makes it so that it displays Alpha Boost. You know, like, you can have it, but also it displays it to everybody else, and it doesn't even, you know, you don't even need to buy it, like with the trade locked Alpha Boost, right? It's just a program that you buy for like 20 bucks or something, and it displays Alpha Boost. Now, I want to say this, I do not condone cheating. It is very, very easy to detect this program once Psyonix implements an anti-cheat, which will happen soon. So I strongly, strongly advise against using it. So don't go out and look for it. I'm not going to provide the link or the name or anything like that to help you guys find it. I strongly advise against cheating, okay? But anyways, that's what this program did, and that was another thing that recently happened where people were like, you know, Rocket League and the community just in general hasn't seen cheating for so long. That's why I love this game so much. And even still, right, even with these bots coming into ranked, I was never threatened by it because none of these bots are anywhere near SSL level. I mean, they're like GC2, but like that's not even close, you know. Like, maybe if I 1v1 the bot one time, I'll get caught off guard and then lose to it once, but I wouldn't lose to it consistently. Same thing in 2v2, you know, like it's not really at a level yet where it can challenge the likes of the greatest players in the game, or like the top tier, because Rocket League's such a creative game and there's so many little things that you have to worry about that, you know, a bot won't really be able to take into consideration, at least not without a couple million more training hours, right? I need this guy to get back. But yeah, basically that happened, but the bots were also banned. So good job, Psyonix, for taking care of the fake alpha boost and then the bots. I don't know if the program is still around, but I'm assuming that they're going to be able to detect it very, very soon if they haven't already. And then also with that, I'm not sure if it's the same program or a different one, but there was somebody who posted on Twitter. It was a guy that was live streaming, and he had found a way to make it so that he could see the opponent's boost levels and disable the demo smoke while in the game. So just more cheats coming to Rocket League. And, you know, if you think about it, Rocket League isn't really a game like CSGO where you can have these cheats where they're just an instant win, right? CSGO or any really first-person shooter for that matter, you know, if you have a cheat where it aims the crosshair on another player's head and it clicks, you know, that player's just gone, out the game instantly. So it's basically an instant win, right? Rocket League, there's nothing like that. You can't just like click a button and have the ball pinch into the other team's net at 500 miles an hour and make it an unsavable shot. You can't really do that. Now, maybe in time, they'll be able to develop bots who can, you know, recognize when stuff like that is possible. But as of right now, it's not. There's no like instant win condition for Rocket League, especially if you don't have the boost and you don't have the positioning. Like, it's not like you're just going to be able to instantly do whatever. However, there have been bots produced that can do perfect kickoffs because, you know, that's a set piece. The ball isn't going to be in like a new position or whatever. The ball's always going to be at the middle. So there's bots that can do perfect kickoffs. And then there's also bots that can demo, which is, it's actually quite clever how they've done it. Like, obviously, like I said, I don't condone cheating. I think it's despicable, but it's quite clever. Like, there was a bot where it kind of just calculates where the person who's using it, where their car is, and where the defender's car is, and it just stays in a completely perfect line in between the ball and the defender's car. So if you hit, oh, that's so sad. Wait, no, shot. But yeah, if you hit like a button, it activates this bot, and then it just perfectly demos for you. It perfectly turns with insane reaction times. It perfectly uses boost to stay supersonic and all this stuff. So that's another thing that's come out recently. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much all there's been as far as like controversial news in the Rocket League community. You know, it's like pretty much any time RLCS isn't on, the Rocket League community is stirring about something. And this time it just happened to be trade locked alpha boost, bots, and cheaters. So it was a very eventful offseason despite not a lot happening. I mean, there was the trade window as well for the professional teams where Rise said he was going to come to Europe. So there was like 18 roster moves like that were supposed to happen. And then Rise just didn't come to North America. Oh my God, that's just rank 3s, bro. That's just rank 3s. I don't know what to do there. We'll call it unlucky. But oh well. I mean, that's, you know, I pretty much got my topics in. I talked about what I needed to talk about. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.